Hi there, in this video, I'm going to show you how to build your own full body home workout. You can have any equipment that you have on hand, or I'm going to show you some ideas for some creative ways to have some weights. I'm going to show you different techniques and tips and options, and you're going to take those together and build your own amount of repetitions, sets, and rounds to get a full burn that you are looking for. Alright friends, so we're going to start you off with the equipment. Go around your house and find things that are similar to these. I grabbed this jug to be able to do one heavier weight. We've got some cans. We've also got a bunch of cans to be able to throw in a bag. You can use books, you can use a backpack, you can use a bag of cat food, dog food. So find your equipment and then you're going to go ahead and get warmed up. So here's some ideas to get your body warm. Now I'm going to be doing a short version of these. So you're going to be doing about a 2 to 5 minute warm-up. Here are just some ideas to get your body moving, to get your heart rate up, working the upper body and lower body, and then to get some stretching in as well. So maximize your time when you're warming up. Like I said, to get the heart rate up, but also to stretch. You want to think about all the parts of your body you're warming up, your legs, your core, your upper body. These inchworms in particular work a little bit of everything. I like to do this one to open up the hips. You can drop that back knee down also if you want a more modified version of this guy. Again, I'm doing them a little quicker just to show you, but you can slow those down so you get a nice good stretch. Then your basic jumping jack, anything to get that heart rate up, and then a little bit more in the legs because those are big mover muscles burning a lot of calories and help us to get nice and warm. If you haven't yet, you can start writing down some of the moves you would like to use for your workout, or just use this video as a demo to kind of practice and go through some moves and find out what you like. As we head into the workout, we're going to start with squats. So you can hold your weight in some various places right in front of you, or you can hold it down like a kettlebell. And another option is going to be to grab those bags and throw them over your shoulders as if you were holding dumbbells or a barbell. For your squats, what you really need to remember is just the simple technique of sitting the hips back and down. You can be narrow, wide, or you can be wider, working different parts of the legs and around to the glutes. So remember, we want the weight in the heels as we sit back and down, long back, abs braced. Let's head into the chest. Push-ups, your basic push-up. You're going to have your hips in line with your shoulders, and you can be up on your toes. And you want to get your chest down to that elbow crease. That's your goal. So if up on your toes, you're unable to keep a good form here and get down and all the way back up, I'm going to show you some other options. Here's on the knees, and you want to have your toes down and your hips shifted forward as opposed to having your butt in the air. You can also have knees under hips, making sure that you get that chest down low and really push that floor away. One more option is to use a tool like a bench, a table, or even your wall to get started with push-ups. Anything to help you get started and get moving and work those chest muscles. You can go narrow, working a little more tricep. You can go a little wider, or you can go really wide. And these different options are going to work different parts of the chest, the upper body, the arms, the back. Now we're going to go into some back work using our cans. So you can use cans, water bottles, anything that's preferably the same weight. And what I'm doing is pulling down, but you see how I'm going really slow. So the big focus here is going to be to feel the squeeze. Even if you don't hold anything in your hands, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together back and down towards your lower back, towards the spine, and really feel that squeeze. You can also do back work doing some rows with either your cans or something a little bit heavier, like bags full of something heavy. I have 4 cans in each of these. You want to hinge from the hips, keeping the abs braced, and the elbows go to the rear as you squeeze those back muscles together. I'm going to show you without the bags because they're in the way a little bit, so you can see the hinge and then the squeeze. All right, now back to the legs a little bit. We're going to hit these lunges. You're going to want to have whatever weight, whatever you're using in the hand that is on the side of the leg you're working. You want to keep the chest lifted. You can definitely do this with body weight only and still have an amazing workout. You want to have a long stride. You want to try to get both knees down to 90 degrees. And you can see I struggle a little bit with I went a little too far and I'm coming back in. So take your time to get your footing here. Push through the front heel and push the knee out slightly so that knee, we don't want it to go over the front of the toe. That was my bad technique to show you. We want it to go just towards the toe, but not over the front. All right, upper body, bicep curls. So you can use, again, those weights, anything that you have that weigh the same. Then we've got some shoulder raises. I'm going to show you another option to do these, and I'll give you a little bit more on the technique. And then we have some overhead presses. So that's going to get your shoulders again too. And if you squeeze on the way down, a little bit more of the back work. So with your bicep curls, you want to keep your elbows under your shoulders, your heels under your hips, soft knees, and a strong core. Same soft knees and strong core when you do these lifts. And you want to make sure that your hands come just in line with your shoulders and not above. If you hold the handles far away like this, you need to move slow so the bags don't swing around and you don't use momentum. Or you can pull them closer and you have a little more control here. And I suggest the overhead presses if you do with bags to hold them close, because if you hold them by the handles, they will hang down and probably hit you in the head. All right, for the backs of the arms, the last part of our upper body, we're gonna do tricep dips. Again, find a bench, a table, even maybe a couch. Something harder is going to be more preferred, or you can do these just on the ground. But you want to make sure your elbows are bending. That is the key. You can add a weight or something onto your lap. If you're a mother like me, maybe it's gonna be a child. Keep your butt close to what you're using as your bench. We've got another way to make it a little more challenging, and that is going to be to have your feet farther away from you. You still want to keep the chest up and the shoulders away from the ears. And then if you want to change directions and make it a little bit easier, again, same form, nice lifted chest, abs braced, and you're just going to sit on your bench. All right. Core and abs. One of my favorite things to do for core work is balance. So I'm going to show you a couple of non-traditional ab workouts when you think of abs. And this is just a like ballerina hold to an arabesque. We're hinging from the hip. You could also make it a little more masculine if you'd like to call it a one-legged deadlift and not do any ballerina arms. And you don't have to hinge that far. Just find what works for you. When you balance, you really work that entire core. If you want to focus on the obliques, here's another non-traditional one that is standing. You still draw the belly button in towards your spine and then work those obliques side to side. A classic is going to be your plank. So here's the plank with extended arms. I have bad wrists, so I do prefer to do some forearm planks. But you want your hips to be down in line with the shoulders and your shoulders over your wrists or elbows. For your crunches, draw the belly in, lift the chest up, and as you lift the shoulder blades off the floor, you slide the ribs towards the hips, keeping the low back pushed towards the floor at all times. A couple variations if you want to incorporate the lower abs as well. And then we can just focus on the lower abs with some reverse crunches also. So you want to really feel those transverse abs down below the belly button. Help lift your legs up and hold it for just a quick squeeze before you let it down. And then again, for those obliques, your classic bicycle is going to be a great option. After you're done with your workout, you're going to cool down. So again, these are fast stretches we're going through. This is not meant to be something that you are following along with. This is to help you create your own workout. So you want to open your hips. You want to stretch your hamstrings. You can lean from one side to the other, really get those hamstrings stretched out. I like to open the hips here and stretch out the back, one of my favorite stretches. It feels really good. And then roll it on up, and we're going to work into those quads and maximize this stretch by doing the chest as well if you don't have to hold on to anything. Make sure you get both sides, of course. And then we're going to work on a little bit of that upper body. We've got those shoulders. We did get some shoulder work in there. You can also get the triceps. There we go. You can just lift up nice and tall overhead. Get the back. This is for the upper and mid back. And then you can get that lower back as well here. Roll it up, shake it off. Ta-da! I really hope this is helpful for you to build your own workout. If you try it out, tag me on Instagram and make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Thank you.